there we go. All right, what's
Hey
up?
guys, we're live now. Hey, welcome to the stream, guys. A little later time than normal, but we are doing this today. We're talking all things Cobra Kai. So we got quite a bit of news to discuss. I'm pretty excited to talk about with you guys what we got planned. Because Cobra Kai is finally back to filming, and it's going to take about 6 months to shoot again, but it's going to be worth it because it's the final season. So we want only the best to happen with the final season.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot to talk about. There's a lot of news around the filming going on. They filmed some pretty interesting scenes. I have heard that young Terry Silver was on set today.
Wait, you heard what?
You didn't know that? That young?
No, I didn't know that. That's the one thing I didn't know.
Yeah, the younger actor shot some new stuff today.
So more flashbacks then.
Yep. Well, they confirmed that they were going to be doing it, so it only makes sense.
Yeah, because they also confirmed the kid who played young Johnny from season 4. He's coming back too. So, yeah, there's some crazy stuff.
It makes sense they would do this. I mean, I think this definitely lines up because they said
also,
they wanted.
Since this is Cobra Kai related, I don't know if you know, but the guy who plays Chris from Cobra Kai, it's his birthday today.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Shut up for Chris, man.
Yeah, he's one of the funniest characters. Like, he has the funniest lines.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, like,
turn off iPhone. Sorry, I was powering up.
And also, not to mention, a few hours ago, for those who are wondering, the costume designer for Cobra Kai posted a photo of the whole like set area.
Ooh, interesting. So we'll probably get some more stuff.
I guarantee you they started filming already, either because they've been filming probably. I guarantee you they already finished. I think they kind of. I'm gonna say this right now, Joe. I think they reshoot some scenes from episode 1.
I think so too.
Because I think that's what they did, and then they probably film episode 2. So maybe they're on episode 3, maybe now. I don't know.
Yeah, because I think the big 3 still had some final things they needed to make sure we're good. Because you got to think this is the final season. They're gonna want it to be as good as they can possibly make it.
Yeah. Since you said the young Terry Silver was on set.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna be in episode 2 then for flashbacks.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Wait. What if Silver's still in prison episode 2 and that's how we get flashbacks?
It could happen.
Maybe they're gonna do something similar with what they did with Kreese, with young Kreese in season 5 with the whole prison thing.
They could. They could do something similar. Yeah, it's possible.
I think the back half of the season is gonna take a lot longer than the first half to film because you have the Sekai Taikai and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
I'm gonna say this right now. I think that's gonna take 3 months to film the whole Sekai Taikai thing because you have to really get the fights right. You also have to find a good place to film the whole thing, like the location. So it's gonna take quite a while.
I agree. Oh, sorry, it's just playing out of nowhere to fix this. There you go. Yeah, no, it's
There's more casting calls that they're calling right now. And apparently, ages between women who are like 18 or 20 and 25, they want something about those people and.
Yeah, I heard they wanted people. I heard they wanted people for a sorority. Like, because apparently Sam and Miguel are going to be looking at colleges.
So that's around January 10th for the shoot. Okay. And then what else did we get?
And then the dynamic dojo scenes have me interested.
Yeah, because we also have the whole dojo thing.
I'm hoping, because I saw they put up the casting call, it'd be nice if they opened the casting call to anyone. Because I'd love to get take my gi and go in there.
Yo, I could just
for sure, dude.
Imagine we get Joe. Imagine we get you versus Robbie.
Dude, imagine I'm just in there for a couple scenes. Oh man, that'd be so cool. I would be.
If you were gonna do scenes, you're probably gonna be at the Sekai Taikai.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be
probably
crazy.
To fight one of the main characters. Imagine you fought like Miguel, Robbie, bro.
I want to fight Kenny, bro. Let me lay Kenny out.
Yo, imagine if you fight one of the senseis. Like there's like a
That'd be
sensei
insane.
bracket.
Fighting the senseis would be
If you fight
insane.
Johnny, bro, that would be a little
Dude,
sad. Though.
that'd be crazy. That would be the craziest thing of my career. If I lost to Johnny, I'd be okay with it. I'd be like, Johnny beat me, fair and square, cool. I'm good with
I
it.
have a feeling there's gonna be a sensei bracket. I don't know why. I have this weird feeling.
Well, just because they got to get as much of the adults action as they can in the final season because it's the final season. Hey, Joe, just finished watching the first episode of Sonic Prime Season 3. How was that, Jake? Did you like it?
Also, apparently, someone saw Martin Kove on set too a few hours ago. Someone told me they saw him on set too a few hours ago. So I'm interested to see what Martin Kove has up his sleeve.
Oh, I think I know exactly what he's got up his sleeve.
Apparently, it was him. You know what, Israel? I think
What's
it was
up,
him.
Oatmeal?
I think it was him and the actor plays Kim on set. That's what they told me.
So Kim was present already?
Yeah, she's probably maybe her. The fact that it's Chris and Kim, it's obvious they're gonna team up.
All right, so Chris and Kim are gonna be. I might have to do a video on that tomorrow. Then, so Chris and Kim are gonna be very prominent in early season 6. Then.
Yeah, because apparently someone
That's
told me
good
they're on set. I don't know if it's true though. I don't know if it's confirmed yet, but it's rumored right now. Because that's what they told me. Because they
Doing
wanted
pretty good, man.
I think Chris makes sense though because he's gonna get out of prison. He's on the run, so it makes sense.
Yeah, he's already out of prison, so it makes sense he'd be on the run. It's interesting that he teamed up with an ally, or when he teamed up with Kim already.
It will be interesting because if she's on set too, then I'll be interesting. Because I guarantee you the actor plays Kim is gonna come back. She's definitely coming back. There's no way she's not.
Well, they can. She said in many different things that there was more that she had to share about.
No, I haven't heard anything about Miguel, Robbie, or Sam or Tori. Like the actors, I never.
I'm sure they'll be on there soon. Oh, Jake's coming up. Hey, Jake, how was the thing?
Actually, I did hear something about. I did hear something about Sholo being on set. I don't know if that's true.
What did you hear about it?
Apparently, he was doing a scene. That's what they told me. They were getting prepared for a scene with him. I don't know what it was. That's what I'm hearing. Someone did message me about that. I'm like, I wonder what scene it is though. Probably a scene with Robbie or something. I don't know. We'll see.
It's possible. How you doing,
Yeah.
Oatmeal?
And then in terms of, I did see the whole production thing for Stranger Things season 5 too. Like I saw that photo earlier today.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what? Oh,
You know what? I think Stranger Things season 5 is coming out in 2025. I have a feeling it's gonna come out that year.
yeah, I have a feeling. You're
Because
probably right.
it takes way longer. I think that someone told me it takes them like 9-10 months to finish filming.
Yeah,
That's
and
because-
they gotta work on the visual effects and stuff.
So if it's 9 or 10 months, well, if they started this month, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. So they'll finish around October, November then.
Yeah, they take longer time because.
Or you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they finish by September. I wouldn't be surprised.
For Cobra Kai.
No, Stranger Things, and then October they do
Yeah.
the whole. So maybe they finish fully by December, like fully for Stranger Things, and then we'll probably get some things in January, maybe a first teaser or something.
I got a feeling we might get a first teaser this year on Stranger Things Day in November.
You know what,
That
You
could
know what?
happen.
Jake? How much I'm betting you? They're gonna give us like a. Wait, what did they do last year for? Hold on, let me check.
They didn't really give us much.
Oh yeah, they didn't really give us.
Like
You know what?
They teased the first scene of season 5.
You know what, Jake? How much I'm betting you that they're gonna show us a sneak peek of the first scene, like a small bit glimpse of the first scene. How much I'm betting you? In
Yeah.
this, that would be crazy because
Yeah,
they're
like
probably,
they pretty much teased the first scene, like what happens in the first scene.
You know what? I think that the first teaser will be the whole thing with Will, the flashback with Will, and when he was in the Upside Down. I think that will be the scene. I think that's what they're gonna show us in Stranger Things Day.
Oh yeah.
And then you know they're gonna do it. So they're gonna show the whole flashback of him singing. Then they cut to black. And then Will, the current Will, wakes up, and then they end the teaser there, and they show 2025.
Hey, Mr. Lawrence, what's up, man? Welcome, Johnny.
Oh.
Welcome to the stream. Yeah, and then
Oh,
I
hey,
agree,
Johnny.
Oatmeal. That makes sense, Oatmeal. I agree with that. It is a little ridiculous that happened.
Yo, if that
Hey,
But I'm
happens,
sure they're gonna make it up.
yo, I'm sorry. If that's actually the teaser where we see the flashback and then the current Will wakes up from that flashback and they just show 2025, I'll be funny. Sean.
well, that would be cool.
I think you know what? If the Stranger thinks people are actually listening to me right now, I think they're gonna do that.
If they listen to their fans, they could do some really cool stuff.
If that's the first teaser, I'll be so on board with them because I want to know what happened to Will when he was in Upside Down.
Yeah, they're gonna definitely
Because
tell us.
we never, you know, it's crazy. Dude. We never really saw what happened to Will during the Upside Down.
Yeah,
whole thing.
when he was trapped in the Upside Down season 1.
We
Yeah,
never really saw it, so I'm hoping this season we get flashbacks.
or maybe we get like a spin-off show of what happened to Will in the Upside Down when he was in the
Well,
Upside Down season 1
Well, excuse me.
or
Oh,
something.
Johnny Lawrence is in the chat. That's crazy.
Yeah, welcome.
You're a friend. I know Johnny Lawrence. He's my uncle to my second cousin. Oh,
That's pretty cool.
we were thinking about we were thinking about Johnny Lawrence from Cobra Kai, but
You're not. He says, "Yes, I am."
You know what's
I mean,
interesting? I am Joe. I am sorry. Oh, I don't know. I'm Jake, but I am starting to believe that whole Mike Barnes thing not being the first 2 episodes is kind of false right now. I'm thinking about it right now because if you really think about it, you kind of need him in the first episode because of the whole aftermath of the season 5 finale.
Oh, why did we lose Jake? Why did we lose Jake?
yeah,
Why did we
I
lose you?
accidentally clicked something.
Yo, Joe, you know what I mean? Like, I don't believe the
Yeah.
whole him being in the first episode because you need him for the first episode because what happens after season 5? You know, you need him.
Well, yeah, it makes no sense to have him there, not have him there because
Maybe
Chosen's gonna
episode
be
2.
Chosen's gonna be out in the he's gonna be out in the hospital still, so they're gonna need a third person to step in.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say maybe episode 2. He doesn't have to be in episode 2, but episode 1 he has to be in the episode because we don't.
Yeah,
know
I think maybe it's not that big of a role, and maybe that's what they mean. Maybe it's like,
You know what? I think episode 2 might be flashback heavy episode. I have a feeling.
oh, Jake, Austin sent me a trailer for a movie that I just did a reaction to, Jake. That as excited as I am for Beekeeper, I found my true most anticipated movie of January.
What is
What
it?
is it?
There's this movie called Mayhem, and Jake, let me just tell you that when you watch this trailer, you are literally gonna lose your mind. So
Hold up. I'm looking this up.
So it basically is an action martial arts movie, and it's basically the model for it is it makes the action in John Wick, the action in the Raid and the Gangs of London show look even crazier. Like, so let's see what we're gonna find. Let's see. I actually have screenshots of it for my trailer reaction.
Oh, I just watched the trailer. Oh my god, this looks sick. Actually, hold on. I
Yeah,
just
dude,
watched the trailer.
it's my most anticipated movie of January now.
Why does the fighting look so real though? Like, what the heck? This actually
Because
good.
it's called good choreography, bro.
Like, don't get me wrong, Daredevil, John Wick has good fight scenes, but this looks crazy.
It's just different. There's different types of styles that people like. Like
This-
John Wick's more of a fighter with guns, so you see more of the gun side of things. Where like,
Here we go.
are you watching it, Jake?
I think I got it. Ads. Get out of here.
I hate the ads.
I wonder if someone sent me anything on. Hold on, no one said.
I'm scrolling, just seeing what's going, because Twitter's been hot today. There's been a lot of news. I know my family will love the movie already. Oh, that's awesome, Oatmeal.
Oh, dude.
Just wait till you watch my trailer reaction when I upload it, Jake. You're gonna lose your mind.
Oh, Joe, I found the tweet where you said that the young Terry Silver. I just found a tweet.
Oh, you did? Okay, good.
So someone said this guy. I don't know who this guy is. So he said this was like, I think this was like a couple hours ago, like 6:20.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
So he said, hold on. He said Nick Marin. I don't know who that. I don't know if I said his last name right. The actor plays young Terry Silver posted a story today, arriving at California where Cobra Kai is filming. Will we see more of Silver's past? Question mark.
Oh, we're definitely going to see more of his past. Well, they said they were going to show a lot more of everyone's past, so I definitely not surprised. Oh, okay. So that picture that came up for Arcane Honey, they released a full teaser for it.
Oh, they did? Okay, that's fine.
It's about 45 seconds.
What have you done?
Sorry, I was freaking out.
Oh, were you getting attacked?
I was hopping in the lava unintentionally.
Oh. Oh, the movie came out, Oatmeal? I didn't know it came out. I haven't seen it marked. What theaters are playing it? Because I saw that trailer was 4 weeks old. But when did it
Hold
come
on,
out?
I'm looking this up.
I just sent Strike the story that he put out, the Young Terry Silver actor. I said Young Terry Silver return, question mark. I told Strike, let's see if he sees it. He probably doesn't know, so I'll just show in case.
Is it just more on it came out today? And maybe it's just international right now.
Hold on. I'm going to check. Mayhem, right? It's called Mayhem?
Yep.
Oh,
I'm not seeing it. I'll look at different theaters though.
yes, bro, anyone but you. Okay, no one cares about that stupid movie, bro. I'm sorry. Oh my god, Joe, remember that one? Remember Cocaine Bear?
You would not let me live that down.
That movie was actually pretty good, Joe. You can't lie. It's one of my favorites.
I'm looking right now. Oh yeah, someone already did a review of it. Best action movie came early. What did they say? Mayhem is a late Christmas miracle for action fans everywhere. It says, after many years, a new action movie recalibrates expectations for the genre. It happened in 2011 with The Raid Redemption. It happened in 2014 with John Wick. And it's about to happen again with Mayhem. The new revenge thriller from many of the people behind brilliant first season of The Gangs of London, Mayhem, which first made waves at Fantastic Fest under the original title Fang, will be releasing in U.S. theaters on January 5th. Director Xavier Jen's action designer and second unit director Jude. Oh, interesting. It easily would have been the best action movie of 2023 had it come out a week earlier. Interesting. The action scenes are excellent and vicious. Sparingly in the first half of the movie, and then at great length in the back half. But brutal violence isn't what separates Mayhem apart from recent revenge stories. This movie excels because it takes its time to give specific details to its principal characters, making the story its tragically depth.
This is not real. No way, yo, Joe.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's someone else writing episode 1 of season 6. Not Hayden or John. It's someone else. I don't know if this is true. But someone else is.
I did hear something about that.
Who is this guy? What did he do? He did they did the Umbrella Academy. What else? Okay, maybe they could be a good writer. I hope so. Please don't do.
I didn't love that show. But hopefully
maybe
good.
Maybe the person has potential.
Yeah.
They probably watched Cobra Kai before.
Let's see. Where are show times for this? Yeah, Fandango. What does Fandango say? You can watch it.
So you got any New Year's resolutions by January 1st? On January 1st, I went taught him.
Yeah, I started one. My New Year's resolution was to make sure that I worked out every day for Cobra Empire. So I want to get super muscular for my big villain role.
Yep.
Oh, interesting. So you can watch it. Wait, is it on Vudu? Interesting. So it says theaters near St. Paul.
Also, someone actually said that someone actually asked on Discord if if the writers are gonna give us any hints during the filming of season 6. I think they will, Joe.
Well, you know Hayden, he loves the tease.
I think Hayden's gonna. I have a feeling that Hayden's gonna tease something.
Oh, that's a good question. I think it's gonna have a big production. Oatmeal.
It's a very big production.
You imagine how
There's,
funny
there's
would
no
it
there's
be?
no CGI in it, but it's very
Yo,
big.
Joe,
for other
imagine how
reasons.
funny would it be if he tries to tease the new dojo name?
How do you think he's gonna do that? Do you think he'll just
Imagine
keep
he
like
just shows like
hinting it?
maybe he shows like the first letter or something with the dojo name. Like I don't know.
I feel like he'll make a fun
He's
game
gonna.
of it.
I remember that one time where he trolled the Tori and Miguel shippers. That one time.
Oh
I think
yeah, definitely oatmeal.
it was before
Definitely
season
oatmeal.
4.
It's
It
gonna be
was
movie
before season
level.
4, Joe.
Yep, it's very movie level.
It was before season 4. I don't know if it was like long before season 4, but he trolled the Miguel and Tori shippers like so hard.
Next week, next weekend we'll try to shoot a new trailer for you guys because we're gonna all me and Trevor will be together tomorrow or not tomorrow next week. So we're gonna next weekend. So we'll try to shoot something new. What are you,
You know
doing?
what?
Are you gonna work next weekend, Jake?
Yeah.
Hayden.
Are you work
I
every
want
day
Hayden.
or what day? Yeah, go ahead, Chosen.
Honestly, I want Hayden to troll someone where someone asks, is there gonna be a silver and crease fight? And Hayden says no. I want him to just troll on someone.
Just him trolling people and then lying, and then they get to the new.
You know what's funny? I don't know if the writers were lying to us, Joe, but I remember that before season 3 came
Eden
out,
Prairie, Minnesota.
they said that there's gonna be 3 major deaths in season 3.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
looking
Joe,
up a
you know what's so weird
location
about
for
it?
this
No.
movie.
Hold on, Joe.
I'm
I
trying
want
to
to say it
find
one
because
time.
it's saying
Joe.
the movie we watched the trailer for
Hey,
is
I'm gonna say
actually
it
out
one
in
time.
some locations.
I'm
So I was trying to see
gonna
what
answer Oatmeal's
locations was
question.
that.
Go ahead, Chosen.
I was
Hey,
gonna say
go ahead.
the writers lied to us. John and Hayden lied to us. Basically, they said there was gonna be 3 major deaths in season 3 of Cobra Kai. There wasn't 3 major deaths, bro. Why did they lie to us?
Oatmeal. I'm gonna tell you right now. Expect late 2024. Okay. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that right now.
we still have to film Jake's scene, so it'll be late
I am
2024.
actually a little upset now because John and Hayden lied to us.
Maybe early 2025, but we're gonna try to aim for late 2024.
What happened,
I'm not
sweetie?
kidding. I'm not kidding, Joe. He literally said there's
You
gonna
said,
be
"Oh
3
God,
major deaths.
what happened?
If you think
You just get in
Hayden
pain?"
trolling, he wasn't trolling. He said there's gonna be 3 major deaths, bro. He lied to us, bro. He lied to all of us.
Wait, did that include people from the flashbacks? Because maybe that's what he was talking about.
I don't know. It seems like he wasn't really saying flashbacks or anything. He was just saying I don't know.
So Oatmeal, we're talking like September, October, November, December, somewhere in that time frame.
I
Yeah,
hope it doesn't
mostly
drop.
because
I kind of hope it doesn't drop in December. I'm gonna be honest. I want to drop before that because I'm gonna focus on season 6 during December. So
it won't be out in December. It'll probably be out before that, honestly. As long as we can get.
Here's the thing. I want to warn you guys. Before season 6 comes out, I want everyone to not go on social media because there's gonna be leaks online. I know that for sure.
I mean, I have to make content, so I'm gonna.
I'm warning on social media. So Joe, if I don't see your videos, I'm sorry, man. I don't want to know anything.
I won't cover any spoilers about it. I might cover some filming, but I'm only gonna speculate. I'll never cover leaks or anything like that.
Because I know for a fact someone's gonna leak the silver and crease fight. I have a feeling.
I promise you, Chosen, I'll never cover leaks. I want to be surprised as much as you do.
Yeah, all of us want to be surprised. Even Jake wants to be surprised.
So I will not cover leaks. You have my word.
And I think Jake is gonna stay off social media before season 5 and Stranger Things comes out.
Yeah. Oh God. Don't even get me started with that. If I get that spoiled for oh my god,
What will you do?
I'm gonna be pissed.
I agree, Oatmeal. He has to win, bro. Like, bro deserves a win for once. This is one.
That's what we all want to see happen. We want to see.
Oh,
Robbie
You know
win.
what? You know what? I think this is how it's gonna happen. Okay. Since those Miguel fans are saying, "Oh, Miguel should win," you know what? To be nice to you guys, imagine this. Okay, so imagine if Robbie wins, right? Imagine if both Robbie and Miguel wins. So this is how it's gonna go, Joe. I think Robbie's gonna win, and Miguel is gonna grab the trophy and say, "We won, Robbie. We won," because you guys want Miguel to win too. So there you go. Fair enough.
Yeah,
They both win.
I'm just happy that they're getting along now. Now
Yeah.
that they're
Yeah. Yes.
they're technically stepbrothers now.
They both are gonna win. Okay. You guys are saying, "Oh, Miguel's gonna win. No, Robbie's gonna win." They're both
Like
Yep.
going
if
to
you really
win.
if you really think about it, they are technically stepbrothers now.
Only I'm gonna say this right now. Robbie and Miguel are both gonna win. It's not gonna be just Robbie. It's gonna be both of them because people are complaining about Miguel's gonna win, Robbie's gonna win. They're both gonna win. Joe, you can agree with me too because
Yeah, well, I just don't understand what Rob Miguel doesn't have to win any more tournaments because he already won.
yes. But here's the thing, Joe. You need both of them to win because people are gonna start complaining and say, "Oh, Miguel should win." Both of them are gonna win.
I personally don't care if people start complaining. It's
You know what?
It-
No, Robbie and Miguel have to win. All of them are gonna win. Everyone's gonna
Yeah.
win.
well, actually, yeah, that's a video I want to work on tomorrow. Is actually the way I see it is, so you guys got to remember one thing, right? And this is one thing that I think is very important that nobody thinks about. In the All Valley tournament, even though the dojos entered, in the All Valley tournament, individual students were able to compete. In the Sekai Taikai, when they did the whole testing for the dojos against Cobra Kai and Miyagi Fang, they actually have required that the whole dojo gets to participate. It's not just one person. So that
You know
tells
what?
me that tells me that you have to win as a dojo, not as an individual.
You know what? You know what's crazy about that? Nation actually points out, Cobra Kai Nation, he points out. See, Joe, remember that? Remember when Daniel won and the Karate Kid won?
Mm-hmm.
And then Johnny gave him the trophies like, "You won, Daniel." Imagine if Miguel does that to Robbie, where he gives him the trophy, he says, "Robbie, you win."
That would be really cool.
That would be
Yeah.
a full circle moment right there, a full circle moment. Because I just feel like that would be more fair enough, you know, like Miguel giving him the trophy because he won for the whole team, the whole dojo.
It
Yeah,
could
he can.
happen. It could definitely happen.
I agree. Like Oatmeal, he literally got his spotlight last season, season 5. He got his spotlight that season.
I mean, yeah, they brought him to his strongest version. I mean, he got to he got to defeat adults in Mexico. Like, what
You
more
know
do
what,
you
Joe?
want from him?
How much I'm betting you? Everyone's gonna go back to their old self. So I think Miguel's gonna go back to his season 2 self, kinda.
Yeah,
Robbie's gonna go back to his season 4 self. Sam is gonna go back to her season 3 self or season 4 self, and then Tori's gonna go back to her season 2, 3 self. Because if you really think about it, Joe,
yeah, no, I agree with you.
You know why they need to go back, Joe? Because Sensei Kim's students are gonna be ruthless, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So they need to go back to her.
My gosh. And I want to see Johnny beat the shit out of Miguel's real dad.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what's crazy about that? And I just want to mention this. So one of my friends made like well, he's not my friend, but he made a video called "Why Hector Should Not Return," and he made a whole rant about it.
Wait, is that your friend Cobra Kai Karate or whatever?
Yeah. How do you know him?
I seen his videos pop up, and I cannot stand that dude.
Oh, you can't stand. Why? What happened?
Because his points of what he said makes no sense.
Like, you gotta understand, Miguel needs his full circle moment. He needs to complete his arc. He's so
I don't know.
know.
I just don't understand why he would think that that's not going to happen when
Even his
there's
friends are
evidence
saying. Even his friends are saying, that he's taking it way too serious. Like, bro, he's gonna come back. Like, even his friends think that he's gonna come back. Like, bro, you gotta understand, he's going to come back. You know what he said? You know what he said, Joe? He
What'd
said
he
if
say?
Hector comes back, he's gonna cancel Netflix. That's what he said.
He really
Wow.
doesn't like Hector. Wow.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, what's the deal? And he's saying Hector's
He-
already done.
Yeah,
He's already
he's
done.
just gonna be like he's gonna be doing watch party of the show, and if Hector shows up, he's just gonna be like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out," and he's just gonna cancel.
You need to
it and
understand.
watch.
The thing is, yeah, Hector, Miguel finally realized who Hector is, but Hector doesn't know who Miguel is. That's the thing.
That's the truth. That's true.
You gotta
That's true.
understand. We still have that part of the storyline where Hector doesn't know who he is, and I guarantee he probably found out by now.
Yeah, I can't take people seriously like that, where they just like
How much I'm betting
make
you,
fun about
Joe?
the one little
How
thing.
much I'm betting you, Joe? You're gonna see Hector in multiple episodes in season 6, which will set up the finale. How much I'm betting you? We're gonna see him multiple times. I guarantee
Yeah.
we're gonna see Hector multiple times. I have
Yeah,
a
Oh yeah, I
probably.
think so.
well. Yeah, the thing is, the actor is not on set right now, so we don't know yet. So
No, I that's the thing. They might keep that close to the vest as a surprise, though.
maybe, yeah, they gotta try not to. They gotta try to keep that secret because we know
There's
people are
gonna
gonna
be
go.
certain actors that are gonna be when they film. I think there'll be certain people they'll try to hide. Like
That's my problem with leaks, man. These people don't understand. These people who goes on set and takes pictures of leaks. Can
I
you stop
guarantee
that?
you, I won't be surprised this, and I'll cover it in a video if it happens because it will be filming related, not leaked stuff. But I guarantee you, somebody's gonna find the first picture of Julie, and it's gonna get posted.
There's gonna be a lot. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of leaks this season, especially the fact that this is the final season, bro. There's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, yeah. There's gonna be.
Here's the
The
thing,
two
though.
people-
I
the
am
two people I
fine.
see,
Here's the thing. I am
yeah,
fine with the leaks if it's not gonna spoil too much.
as
But
long
if
as it
it's
doesn't spoil the story.
if it spoils too much, I'm not gonna look at it because I
But
don't really know.
what if you find out that that Dutch is coming back for the final season?
Well, I don't care because I'm gonna be honest. I never liked the Dutch character, so I don't really care.
So if you find it, it won't bother you. You'll just be like,
Well, it would kind of bother me. Why is he coming back all of a sudden? Because the actor even said himself he doesn't want to come back. So why bother? Bring him back.
maybe they talked him into it because it's the final season.
Well, I don't know. It's probably gonna decline the offer. So, oh my god. But I do think Bobby's gonna come back, and Jimmy. I think those two are gonna come back.
Yeah, I have a video with Bobby in the pipeline that I'm working on. So I definitely think that Bobby will be coming back.
Oh my! I have an idea. Imagine if Imagine if Kreese, like, I don't know what it is. Imagine if Kreese tries to fight one of the, like, maybe Daniel, and then Bobby comes out of nowhere and kicks Kreese in the head.
That'd be crazy.
Because Bobby, let's be real, Kreese, you deserve to get beaten by Bobby. How much pain you cause in his
Do you know what I can see happening though?
life.
I can see, since they're close friends, I can see because Bobby's got such a good sense of humor. I can see Bobby coming to Johnny's aid against Silver and just being like, "You come to my church drunk. Now I have to save your life. Really?"
And here's the thing, though, and the reason I say Bobby deserves to kick Kreese in the head because Kreese basically brainwashed and manipulated him in Karate K1. Don't forget about that.
Yeah, that's why he probably tried to do
And
his own thing and become a youth
I don't know if you know
pastor.
this, but there was a deleted scene in Karate Kid 1 where Bobby, after he lost the match with Daniel, he took off his gi and quit Cobra Kai in front of Kreese. There was a deleted scene of that in the first movie.
Why did it only get to? Why did they not keep it? That's so interesting.
Yeah, that'll be I wanted to see that in the movie. I don't know, probably because I don't know, but you know, I'm gonna be honest. Bobby was the nicest person out of the group in the Karate Kid 1.
Yeah, I love Bobby.
He was nicer than Johnny. He was nicer than Jimmy. He was nicer than Tommy.
Well,
Like,
what I love about Johnny is like, if you go back at the original, Karate Kid, I don't have any like sympathy like just watching the Karate Kid for Johnny, but after seeing Cobra Kai, seeing both sides of the story, now I know that his now I see his side a bit more.
You know,
and I
it's crazy.
understand.
I just remember this, Joe. Remember after Johnny beats Daniel up at the beach in the Chronicle 1?
Yeah.
The look on Bobby's face, he felt bad, man. You couldn't tell he felt a little bad for Daniel. Because Johnny went too far. I'm gonna be honest, Joe. Don't get me wrong, Johnny's cool, but he kind of went a little too far in the first movie.
He did.
Kinda,
He did go far, but I also but
like, he kind of lied to Miguel a little bit when he was.
But I also say one thing that really bothers me
But yeah,
is
Joe, you gotta understand.
one thing that I don't understand is that bothers me is that if you go and watch from the Cobra Kai perspective, when you just watch the movie, nobody thinks about the things that Daniel did to retaliate against.
I know, but
against
you gotta
Johnny,
understand, Joe. Here's the thing, though. Let's not forget. He lied to Miguel. You can't lie. He lied to Miguel. You know why? Because he said, "Oh, this Mr. Miyagi guy came out of nowhere and beat us up." Johnny, you literally went after Daniel and jumped him. What do you mean he beat you up? You deserve that beating.
But
for jumping down.
the beating only happened because Daniel retaliated.
Well, he could have just told him to stop instead of jumping him. That's why I kind of felt bad for Kenny too, because that was a similar scene. If you really think about it, that was kind of, I don't know if you noticed, Joe, when Anthony and his friends went after Kenny. That was a kind of a good callback to Karate Kid 1.
It was, but I just feel like what Daniel did as retaliation was too far because he went and he saw it as hazing and then he went and pushed it further, which I don't agree with.
Johnny was also a bad person in Karate Kid 1. He literally.
He was a horrible person.
This dude literally broke Ali's radio, bro. Like, bro.
They both made mistakes. I'm not denying that, but I think if Daniel was meant to be the bigger person and he loves his mom and likes to do all these things, he should have come up with a better system.
You know what?
Than trying to do what he did.
What if Johnny was in Karate Kid 3? What would have happened?
I would have been curious to see what would happen.
You know what? I was one thing about him because imagine. Yo, you know what? If he was in that movie, I think he would have helped Daniel. He would have helped Daniel because he didn't like Kreese or Silver. Probably he doesn't like Kreese that time, so he probably helped Daniel.
We probably would have gotten a Silver versus Johnny fight sooner than,
or maybe a Johnny versus Mike Barnes fight in that movie.
That would have been crazy.
That would have been awesome.
Like, imagine this, Joe. Imagine if Mike Barnes beats up Daniel, right, at the dojo, Miyagi dojo, and then Johnny comes out of nowhere and saves him. And then Daniel's like, Johnny? And he's like, hey, Russo, you think I would have come back? And Daniel's like, why are you helping me after everything that I did to you? And then Johnny's like, I gotta help you, man, because this Cobra Kai, this random dude just came out of nowhere and beat you up, bro. I gotta help you, bro. And then Johnny Daniel just kicks Mike Barnes' butt, bro. Johnny Daniel versus Mike Barnes.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy having them take care of it.
Bro, honestly, if Johnny was in the movie, I think the movie would have been a lot better if Johnny was in the movie.
I agree.
Bro, imagine Kreese's reaction, bro. He's gonna be like, why are you working with this LaRusso?
Yeah. He'd be like, what the fuck? What are you doing changing sides now?
That'd be funny too, because when Mr. Miyagi goes and beats up Silver and Kreese, I think he would take Johnny under his wing. So I think he would realize that he would
imagine Mr. Miyagi training. Oh my, yo.
You know what happened? You know what happened? Johnny would have gone to the tournament instead of Daniel. I think Daniel would have hung out with what's her name? Jessica for the rest of the movie, and then Johnny would have gone to the tournament against Mike.
You know what would have been crazy? If Johnny and Daniel were friends in Karate Kid 3, Cobra Kai Season 1 would have been different, bro. It would have been so different.
It would have been.
Because Daniel wouldn't be mad at Johnny during Season 1, and he wouldn't be a villain.
Yep.
Those two would have been good friends. And just imagine, Joe, if Daniel was okay with Johnny opening Cobra Kai again, and then Sam and Miguel would have stayed together in Season 1. Oh my god, everything would have changed.
Are you having extreme pain?
And then what would have happened with Kyler? Would Daniel believe Johnny what Kyler did? Is that what happened?
I think so. I'm excited. Do you know what I'm most excited about that we're gonna get backstory on in Season 6?
What?
I can't wait for the for the Applebee's flashback.
I feel when that comes, bro, I'm gonna be laughing, bro.
I just can't wait to see what it's gonna be. What did he do to get banned? Did Johnny just start a fight in the parking lot at Applebee's, or like what? Well, I gotta know. I've been dying ever since that story came up. I'm like, why can't we go to Applebee's? What
You
did
know
Johnny
what?
do?
I think you know what? I think we might get flashbacks of Carmen and Hector
There probably will be.
because we gotta know more about that whole thing because we don't really know about that.
I want to see what Hector's like full, like they always said, like he's a bad man. I'd love to see some
how
some
is he bad? Like,
flashbacks. Yeah, like
how is he bad? How did he turn bad?
Like I need to see Hector in like his little like MMA gym like training, and then Johnny shows up, and then they just fight and just, oh my gosh. Oh, you want to know something crazy? So I just made my video about William Zabka training for season 6, and I noticed something huge that Strike Force Media also pointed out. Chosen, I know something big that's going to happen this season. That's going to be a huge part of Johnny's arc. I think.
What?
Remember how Daniel beat Silver with the crane kick in season 5?
Yeah.
I think Johnny and Daniel, they won't have a rematch in this season, but to get the kids ready for the second Taikai, they'll be like doing what they did in season 4, where they were, remember when they were training together and they were training on like the special deck and stuff?
Yeah.
I think there'll be a training montage between the two of them, and Daniel's going to be overconfident because Daniel goes and he just like, oh, I crane kick Silver, so I can. Are you ready, Johnny? You ready for a blast from your past? But here's the thing: if you watch the end footage, right, we know that Daniel's other strong technique is the pressure point technique that Chosen taught him, right?
Yeah.
Johnny knows how to counter that technique now because we saw it in season 4. The only other technique that people keep saying that Johnny doesn't know how to counter is that he got kicked in the face by the crane kick. But remember what Kreese said in season 3. No, he didn't lose because of that crane crap. There wasn't a kick alive that could stop Johnny Lawrence in his prime. Because if you go back to because you watched the footage of William Zabka training for season 6, right, Chosen?
Yeah.
The last shot of the footage, his sparring partner is doing the crane kick, and Johnny counters it with a flying knee. So I think that Johnny's gonna get Daniel this season. I think Daniel's gonna be like, oh, you think you're so high with your crane kick? Flying knee. And then Daniel's gonna be like, what?
You know what? And I noticed this now. The reason why Johnny didn't lose because of the crane crab. Yeah, Chris was right. He lost because he didn't have that much focus. That's why
he was focused on love. He was focused on Allie. He wasn't there. He didn't want to fight Daniel. He didn't want to deal with that. He didn't care about that.
Deep down, Johnny didn't want to fight Daniel at all in the movie.
Yeah, because anytime. Yeah, you have something to say, Jake?
So,
yeah.
I still remember when you saw the first couple episodes of season 4 before we did, and you were teasing me about there's an amazing fight scene that you knew that I was gonna love, and I found when I watched it, I was like, I realized it was the hockey scene.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I'm glad you mentioned it because I have that scene in my intro right now too. My favorite part of that scene is still the Johnny saying no be there. It's like
I know be there.
It's like, where are you? No be there.
You know what? You guys want to know something? I don't know if you guys will disagree with me, but I think that fight between Johnny and Daniel in season 4 was a waste of time.
I don't think it's a waste of time because
because Joe, if you make what's the point of that? You guys could have just used both styles. That's it. It's so simple, bro.
Well, so here's the thing I see. I see that side of it, and here's my problem with it. And I'm gonna say something very controversial that people will not agree with me on. But I'm just gonna get it out here. I'm gonna say something wild. Are you guys ready?
Oh god, what if it's
I love the actor Ralph Macchio, but I think that for people like when they do the Star Wars comparison and they like talk about how Daniel's like people compare Daniel to Luke Skywalker and stuff and like the Star Wars comparison and stuff. If you look at Daniel in the Karate Kid movies, Daniel was always learning and like trying to figure out how to become a better person, right?
Yeah.
I can't stand Daniel in Cobra Kai. I think out of all the adults, he is the least interesting adult on the
But
show.
here's the thing, Joe.
like-
Here's the thing, though. Season 4, it was kind of Johnny's fault because Johnny was jealous that Miguel was training with Daniel. It wasn't really Daniel's fault.
But there's one problem with that. Did you not realize what Daniel did? Okay, so here's so I'm gonna put this out and I'm gonna put this in a video
Wait,
essay
what?
for you so you can see. So here's what happened, okay? So they're training and they're doing, and yes, Johnny was getting jealous, but you know who really broke the camel's back in the whole situation was Daniel. Because when
How?
Silver
How,
when
though?
Silver when Silver showed up in when Silver showed up in the present day, right?
Yeah.
Daniel got scared in his little boots and went, "Oh no!"
Well, you can't really
it's the
blame
guy
him, though.
that tortured
You
me."
can't blame him, though. He traumatized this kid during the third movie. You can't.
But if you're
blame-
traumatized, you should rely on your friends. If he built a new friendship with Johnny, then he should have realized I need
Johnny
to go
doesn't
to.
know who Silver was during that time. He didn't know how much of a big threat Silver was. He didn't know. You can't blame Daniel.
But so like, look at it this way, right? So like, if you look at it like, so look at me and Trevor.
I will
right?
say one thing. I will say one thing. The one thing I can blame with Daniel, the one thing that pissed me off with Daniel was like, oh, I have to take over the students' training. I'm like, dude, you can both take over. It's
Well, so that's the thing because he only saw. That's the point I'm trying to make. He was so focused on Miyagi-Do is the only way to survive, and
Here's the
we-
thing, though. It's fine.
and we
It's fine.
we learned from the All Valley tournament because of Sam training with Johnny that wasn't true.
Well, here's the thing,
Good.
though.
Because
Yeah,
how did Sam
alright.
beat Piper? It wasn't with Miyagi-Do. It was with Eagle Fang.
I know, but here's the thing, though. He was fine with Eagle Fang before Silver showed up in the picture. When Silver showed up in the picture, he was like, nope, I can't let this guy hurt anyone ever again.
But what people don't understand about Daniel that I don't understand as a character is like, so, people like characters that are interesting, And Daniel, as a kid, he was terrified of Silver.
Yeah.
But if Daniel is meant to be this wise and people view Daniel as like he's gonna be the next Mr. Miyagi because he's so wise and so skilled, right?
Yeah.
He should think collectively and calm and
I know,
very
but Joe,
cold-headed in his.
let's not, Joe, here's the thing, though. Let's not forget who went to the old dojo and get beaten up by Silver. Johnny did.
Yes.
Because Johnny
But-
didn't listen to Daniel. He
but so here's
didn't
the
listen
thing.
to him.
But at least Johnny actually. But also, I also see Johnny's side of why he didn't listen to Daniel, which I agree with.
Why, though? So
Silver manipulated the whole situation by telling Silver that he had someone that Johnny cared about, and the way that I look at it is, he didn't listen because all this could have been fixed if Daniel and Johnny are a team. If you were a team, your teammate should communicate with your partner, right?
Okay.
If you would have said, "Hey, you know what they needed to do," and I make a video about this confirming the same thing. Johnny and Daniel, this is exactly like Obi-Wan and Anakin.
Yeah.
They need to take this like Count Dooku. They need to go, "Hey, Jake, you should be in Cobra Kai and fight Miguel." That's
Well,
funny.
here's the thing, though, Jojo. Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. I feel like you're saying this because what if this happened? Okay, what if Johnny didn't listen to Daniel? And what if Silver killed Johnny, right? What happened? Would you start believing Daniel now? Would you start believing him now? Because what if?
No, I would. Here's what I would say though. Here's what I'd say. If we're gonna do that, what if? There's one thing I would say. If that happened, I would never forgive Daniel as a character because
It wasn't Daniel's
it
fault,
would,
though.
it would be his fault.
Go in the dojo and beat up Silver. You didn't tell him to do that.
Well, but here's the thing. Johnny only did that because Johnny's never seen this Silver character, and Johnny is the type of character that goes in head first. But what you need to understand is Daniel as the leader. If Daniel wanted Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang to truly collaborate and go together, if there was a new villain, right?
Yeah.
What if Iron Man decided, hey, Dr. Doom,
Sorry,
hey,
let me laugh a little bit. Sorry.
like I'm just saying, hey, Dr. Doom's coming out. I'm not going to tell Captain America that there's a big villain I got to fight. What's Tony going to do? He's going to call Cap because that's his boy. Like that's just it's the same situation.
Yeah,
That's
but
what I'm
just here's
saying.
the thing, though. Here's the thing with Daniel in episode 5. He told him, Johnny, don't fight Silver. He's dangerous. He would hurt you. Like he even told him that.
But he
And
gave
Johnny's
no.
like, oh no. Johnny's like,
he-
oh, I'll beat him. I'll beat him. I
He
don't care.
gave no context to that, though. See, here's the thing that Daniel should have done that I think is really important.
I see what you're saying. He should have told him about the Karate Kid 3 events, the whole thing, what happened.
Yeah, he should have told him the events, and he also should have said, okay, you know what I would have done? I would have put the students' training on pause and prioritized Johnny. Because what I would have done was get Johnny into focus mode to get ready to
You know what they could have done? They could have done this. So they could have paused the whole training, and Daniel trains Johnny until he's ready. Because in case if Silver does come up to Johnny and fights him.
That's what I think they should have done. Because if you think about it this way, right? So think about it from this side of things, right? So people think it's hilarious how Johnny beat those senseis in season 5, right? But they're forgetting they look at the comedy of it. They don't look at the reality of it. Why was it that Johnny was able to beat those senseis? What did he see that made him immediately spring to action? It was that he saw that he was fighting for not just him and Carmen, but his new child, right? So when you look at they call it Rage Johnny, but Johnny's not fighting with rage in that scene. He's fighting with focus. So Daniel and Johnny in season 5 are fighting the same way, just different styles.
You know what?
So
I love that. I will say I love Daniel in season 5 because I think it was episode 8 where he was okay with Eagle Fang in that episode. You can tell he was okay with the whole thing. That's why I love season 5 Daniel. Season 5 Daniel was the best.
I
Daniel
do like that in season 5 he actually really was willing to learn. Like when he tried to go up against Silver and he actually like used an aggressive style instead of resorting to Miyagi-Do, I was very impressed.
I think season 5 was his best season. You can agree, Joe. It was his best season.
Yeah.
So far.
Oh, what happened? Did we lost Jake? Oh, he left me a private message.
The fact that you used the Quicksilver, bro. The fact that you used the Quicksilver on Silver, that's kind of sad for Silver. Embarrassing.
No worries, Jake. Okay.
Silver. Silver. You should not teach him the Quicksilver. It was your fault.
Yep.
It couldn't happen, and he used the crane kick too. So.
Yeah, he was probably pissed off about using the crane kick. All right, there's Jake. Can you hear me again, Jake?
Yeah.
Johnny is probably impressed with Daniel after he defeated Silver. He was probably so happy because
I think he is. I think he is happy about it, and I can see them having a conversation where I can see Johnny. I think they're going to be interesting this season because I think Johnny's going to be really high and mighty. Be like, oh, you beat your one sensei from your childhood. Well, I took out his 5 senseis with no help from Mike. So, whatever.
You know what? I think I want to see a scene.
What do you think Daniel's going to say when he finds out that Johnny took on 5 senseis on Whiskey and White Claw? And defeated all 5.
Johnny will be shocked, or he'll be impressed too. Like
Daniel's going to be so impressed. Oh, man. You know what would be so funny is if Johnny had some sort of like, imagine Johnny had like his smartphone and just set the camera up, like trying to make a YouTube video, and then he's like, oh, I can't figure out how to turn it on, but I filmed it all so you can see it, Daniel. And they sit down to watch it. Like, Johnny, there's nothing here.
Joe, imagine Johnny tells him that he beat all the 5 senseis, and then Daniel's like, maybe Eagle Fang wasn't that bad after all.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude.
I want a scene with Daniel. You know what? I want
what we need in season 6? Here's what we need. And I'm going to say this because I'm thinking you're going to say the same thing. So I think it's weird we've never seen this. Even though we had the one scene, in season 3 where they were kind of becoming friends and they fought those guys in the auto body shop.
Yeah.
I want a proper Johnny and Daniel team up against a bigger threat in this season. I want to see either they have to team up against Kreese or they have to team up against Silver. Could you imagine like Count Dooku level versus Obi-Wan and Anakin? And just imagine like Johnny's like, I've been waiting to get back against Silver. And just imagine he's been
Joe, I have an idea. And you just made me come up with imagine Hector does fight Johnny and Johnny can't fight him back because Hector's way too strong. And then Daniel comes in and saves Johnny and they team up against Hector.
Oh, he was so good. I don't know what it is, dude. I'm just a sucker for 2-on-1 fights. I just think 2-on-1 fights are the sickest things ever.
I was gonna say something. Imagine a scene. Imagine if Kreese doesn't die, right?
Yep.
Imagine we get like a scene with Johnny, Daniel, Kreese, and Chosen and Mike Barnes, where they talk about everything that happened with Silver, and they just have a good time, man. That's what.
Dude, that'd be so great having them all just We just got to get one scene of Kreese having a smoke and having a drink, just hanging out with everyone.
And imagine Chris tells Daniel, "Hey, remember that time where Silver mocked your sensei, Mr. Miyake?" And then Daniel's like, "Yeah, I remember that."
Yeah, that'd be funny. Imagine Silver's finally dead, and they're just laughing about it, like, "Oh yeah, we beat him. It's all good." They're just having a laugh.
Imagine Chris and Johnny, bro. Chris and Johnny would probably have the best time. This is the one time where Johnny is actually happy to see Chris from.
Oh yeah, I could see that. I think
Maybe
I'm
that's
really
gonna be-
excited to see what they're gonna do.
You know what, Joe? I think that might be one of the final scenes of the show. Them having a good time.
You know what I think is going to be the final season of the show, and I've said this for a long time. I think it's going to be, I don't know if it'll be the same song, but it will be a similar, newer song. I think the last scene of the show is going to be we won't see the outcome of it, but I think the last scene before it fades to black is going to be Johnny and Daniel doing a move to each other as like best friends. They're like, all right, LaRusso, we've been training for this the entire time. And then they're just going to like start punching each other, and then all of a sudden fades to black. And it's just going to be the two of them, like almost like Dragon Ball level, where they just start going crazy at each other.
You know what? That would be a great ending because how much they become friends since season 1.
Yeah, it'd be great if they like started to fight and then they kind of laugh at it. You know, it's gonna kind of be like, remember that episode from Arrow, Chosen, where Oliver got the new suit from Barry and Cisco in season 3, and then he's like, "Oh, you ready for this, Barry?" And they're like, "Oh, I've been waiting for this," and they get ready to train and then start playing Eye of the Tiger.
You know what,
Oh,
Joe? I think there's gonna be a post-credit scene in this final season.
What do you think is gonna be the post-credit scene?
It's gonna set up the new Karate Kid movie.
So you think there'll be a post-credit scene for the Karate Kid movie?
Possibly. I think this is gonna be it. I think we'll see Daniel in the post-credit scene. He gets a call from Jackie Chan's character, and he's like, Jackie Chan's like, "Hey, LaRusso, I need your help." And then that's how the episode ends. The post-credit scene ends.
That'd be crazy if they had a post-credit scene like that. That'd be so cool.
Because it'll make sense if that's how they're gonna set up the whole movie, right? Because
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Oatmeal. That's no.
Oh
fun.
my God, Joe! Imagine how better it will be if Daniel's like, he's like, "I need your help," and then Johnny's like, "Who is that?" And then they cut the black.
That'd be crazy.
Then
You know,
Johnny's
they are gonna have to establish at the end of this show, and I'm curious to get your opinion on this, Chosen, because they haven't said anything other than those two being involved. Where is Johnny gonna be in the events of this film? Because if Daniel and Johnny are so tight,
Maybe I think
John,
Daniel, you know what? I think Daniel's gonna tell the Jackie Chan character. I don't know what's his name. What's the Jackie Chan's character name?
oh, his name is Mr. Han.
Mr. Han. He's gonna tell him. So Mr. Han's gonna say, "Hey, I heard you and this Lawrence guy became friends," and then Daniel's like, "Yeah, he's having a great time with his new kid." And I think that's how Daniel's gonna tell us audience that Johnny's having a great future with his new kid, right?
Yeah.
And his family. And I think that's how they're gonna do it, because I think Johnny's future is gonna be the new kid with the new kid. It's gonna be involved with the new kid. His new kid.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, you'll actually like that then, because I told Jake about this, but in the movie that that me and Jake and Trevor are creating, we build up to I play 2 characters in the movie. So I start as Cole Silver, the grandson of Terry Silver, and then I go on to become Johnny and Carmen's actual son. And it's really cool. It's a cool arc we've been working on for our movie for a while, which is super cool. But yeah, it's he definitely has a good future with this kid. I think he's definitely gonna do some cool things.
Oh my gosh. What if one of the final scenes, so Joe, this might be a similar scene with the Flash season 9 finale. Imagine the final scene of Cobra Kai is Johnny telling the baby, explaining the whole events of Cobra Kai.
That'd be great.
It'll be similar with the Flash too, because the Flash told his baby, "Oh, yo, I can picture that." And we get Flash.
That'd be cool.
Oh my God! Please make that be one of the final scenes, please.
I'd like to see that, honestly. I think that'd be cool.
Johnny's telling, "Oh, there's this guy named Terry Silver." He's telling this kid, "There's this guy named Terry Silver. You have to defeat him. You got to do all that." And there's also this other guy named Kreese. We're cool now, you know. And we get flashbacks of everything, bro. Oh my God.
Imagine if Kreese doesn't die and only Silver dies. Imagine what that story.
I have a feeling I have this weird feeling that they're gonna trick us to think that Kreese is gonna die, but he doesn't actually die.
I think so too. I think that they're
Kreese
going to play.
go
I think we're all going to be expecting it, and maybe Kreese is just going to be a super cool uncle.
Maybe Kreese is gonna have his happy ending that he deserves. You know, he deserves a happy ending for once.
Maybe the fact that Silver has always truly been the really bad one, and maybe what's going to happen is Johnny being in danger is going to finally put in perspective what Kreese was truly fighting for wasn't what he actually thought. Yeah.
Remember how we heard about that show with the spin-off show with Teresa and Hawk in prison together?
Yeah, they have not talked more about that. I know that's something that that he said he wanted. We haven't heard more about it yet lately. Did you get killed, honey? Oh, what happened?
I'd be down with that. Like, I would love.
I want that, man. That prison break idea with Hawk and him just sounds awesome.
I wonder if the final episode will show like a flash forward of Miguel and Sam in college.
Well, I do think this because all the kids have said that they're down for this. I'll say this. I think maybe not 5 years, but I think 10 years from now, I don't know what the show will be called, but we're gonna see a flash forward show about the kids being senseis in the future and seeing their futures. Because if you look at Cobra Kai, right? If it wasn't, even though Peyton List is known for other things, Cobra Kai has made a lot of these actors very famous. So I think 10 years from now, they'll revisit their roles and be older Robbie, older Miguel, older Sam, older Tori.
What they call it? Miyagi Bang.
I think it will be called whatever the new dojo ends up being called. Because I think each of these kids at the end of their journey will become new senseis of brand new dojos.
What if, you know what, Joe? I think there's a possibility the villain might be related to Silver somehow.
So maybe there's a new villain that gets set up for the next show?
Yeah, because
That's
if they
possible.
do that, Joe, I think it has to be related to Silver somehow, this person. Maybe they know Silver personally.
Maybe it's like my idea. Maybe Silver does have a kid that people didn't know about, or a grandkid, and that he comes into the picture.
And then Miguel, and then he meets Miguel and Robbie first time. He's like, "Oh, I know you guys because
90% of my Cobra Empire movie chosen is literally Jake and Trevor's character are in opposing dojos, and they're fighting me, and I'm following the footsteps of my grandfather, and I come in and I come in like a full focus business. Like I want to, like Darth Vader and Kylo Ren, I want to finish what Silver started, so I come in with a vengeance."
Yeah.
Yeah, like still one of my favorite Cobra Kai characters ever since season 4 is still Devin. I love her.
Yeah, Jake is playing Devin's son in our movie, which is really
Like,
My
cool.
favorite character, you guys probably already know, is Robbie, bro. Robbie is still my favorite.
Like
Yeah.
she doesn't get Devin doesn't get the credit she deserves. Like if you really think about it, in that tournament in season 4, she came into that tournament after just a couple months of training.
Honestly, I'm gonna ask you one thing. Okay, writers, please listen, okay? Can you please give her a win for once in your life?
Made it all the way to the finals.
I know, but Jake, here's the thing, though.
Corey.
My biggest problem with Devin's character is that they don't really make her win an actual good match because she lost to Tori, she lost to Sam. Like, give her an actual good win. If you give her an actual winner, then that's good. Because I love the Devin character too, but I just feel like they should give her a good win, you know? That's what I'm hoping for this Tekai.
I just want to see Bert finally get a win. Everything with Bert just feels like it goes south. I liked, who was it? Was it you that brought up the idea of Bert and Devin getting together, Chosen?
I think it was me. I don't know if it was me or someone else, but that would be a cool idea. I think you might know.
I just think that they need to let him win a fight for once because, like, do you remember? I don't know if it was Jake I was playing against or if it was Trevor, but if you played the game Cobra Kai Dojo's Rising, Chosen?
Yeah.
Have you played the sequel?
Yeah.
So they have an all valley mode in there, and if you play as Bert, Bert is like a karate master. Like he's OP in that game. Like I kicked Trevor and Jake's ass with Bert in that game. He's even trying to be shy.
Yeah,
about
one
it,
thing I
but
will say and not piss me off is Kenny, bro. Kenny pissed me off, bro.
Like the thing that things that needs to be said is like, I don't know if you know this, Chosen, but Bert is a real black belt off
Oh,
Cobra Kai.
yeah, he is,
So-
right.
So he should fight like a black belt. Like he needs to in the final season. I don't know if Johnny needs to teach him the new moves. Somebody needs to make it. I get the joke is that he does karate, so they're trying to make him not good at karate because he's. But this is the final fight. Make it serious. Let him get in on the fight. Let him do some damage.
You know, the one thing I will say, like, but it wasn't going to say. I actually I wasn't going to say. Well, Kenny. The reason why I don't like him in season 5 because he was annoying. And another thing, they made him way too overpowered in season 5. Like,
Oh yeah, I can agree with that.
how the heck did he manage to beat Robbie and Hawk?
Someone's gonna put him down a few pegs in the next
Listen,
season.
I
So I'm
understand
not worried.
Miguel beat him finally, but there's no way he beat Robbie. Robbie is he's actually the same level as Miguel right now. Like,
Yeah.
I just feel like Kenny pissed me off in season 5. I just don't understand that. Like, he went from being one of my favorite characters to one of my worst characters on the list, bro. Like, bro, how?
Well, Kenny just succumbed to the darkness, I think, and that's
You know, this is the thing though. People are gonna say, "Oh, how come you didn't say that for season 3, Hawk?" At least season 3, Hawk had some sort of like good in him. Like he was still Eli on the inside. He was still Eli on the inside in season 3. He had a redemption arc.
Yep.
Kenny, on the other hand, didn't care. He would do whatever it takes.
I just can't wait to see all of them like actually come together and like I can't wait to see like you said, like every one of the main characters has to go back to their former selves because the new students are so tough.
You know, like, I'll say Miguel will go back to season 2 and like season 2 and season 5 self, like kind of both. And then
I think personally, and I've said this before, and I'm curious to see what people have to say. If you look at season 5 Miguel's fights and you look at season 2 Miguel's fights, I think Miguel, unlike the other character, he might need a little bit more of the edge, but I think season 5 Miguel has better feats than season 2 Miguel.
And then Robbie, in terms of Robbie needs to go back to season 4 self because I gotta say, season 4 Robbie, his fight scenes were crazy, bro.
You're still in pain?
Like, Joe, remember
I'm
when he
sorry,
took down the whole dojo in season 4 in the first episode?
Well, yeah, that I thought that was amazing. And look at the one move he did to bring down Kenny when they had to fight each other. He literally just walks up to him and just
I think we need that Robbie
man.
back. I think we need that Robbie back because if you bring him back, then he'll probably win the second title.
Because I think the one thing I always bring up about why I think Miguel was the strongest in season 5 is the scene where there's guns involved and he could easily be threatened. When there was those men, when he goes and looks for his father, those men were literally going to hurt him, and he just like starts kicking the crap out of them. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that was so crazy. The fact that he just used his karate training to whoop them was awesome.
You know, I wonder how they're gonna make it seem like Miguel's not gonna win in the second. It's like I want to know how they're gonna do that because he's the strongest, but how they're gonna make it seem like he's not gonna win? Like how they're gonna do that? How they're gonna convince us he's not gonna win? Like I want to know.
You know what I think is going to happen? I think Miguel could get really close to actually like it's going to come really close to him and Robbie. And you know what might happen? They might have to do a switch up because you know what I could see happen? What if in the middle of the tournament, what if they're getting ready and they're into like the last couple fights and Robbie and Miguel are both doing super good in the stuff and they almost have to do stuff together. But then Robbie's in a very tough fight. And then Hector walks in the room and then Miguel sees Hector and then he goes, sorry, Robbie, you're on your own for this one. I need to take care of this. And then Miguel steps off the stage to go fight Hector out in the parking lot.
Or you know what? This might be, I don't know. I have a really weird feeling that Miguel's gonna get injured again. I don't know why. I just think it's weird.
I don't like the injury thing. I like the idea of him going.
It makes more sense though because Sensei Kim's students are ruthless, man. They don't care about hurting anyone. They're gonna do whatever it takes to win.
That's true.
I think one of them is gonna hurt Miguel.
Well, she does see him as a threat, so it's possible she could send someone to hurt him.
And I think they're gonna go for his back because that's where he got injured in season 2. His back.
Do you think they're gonna reopen the wound where he was already hurt and mess with him more?
Yeah, because Sensei Kim probably will probably find out about what happened to Miguel in season 2. She'll somehow find out. Maybe Kreese tells her.
Well, Kreese would know. But you think Kreese would really stoop that low? Because that's going to strike a bad chord with Johnny if that's what he does.
Yeah, you're right. If he does. I don't know. Anything is anything's possible, bro. Anything's possible.
You looking at the item shop, sweetie?
I should have this
I
weird
like that
feeling
they
they're
make
gonna.
that in a different color.
I don't know, Joe. I should have this weird feeling they're
The
gonna
one
injure
with
Miguel.
that was my favorite character when I was a kid. The white one that changes to the gold.
Here's the thing, though, Joe. I don't think it'll be injured, but here's what I think is gonna happen. I think Miguel's gonna get injured, and then Robbie's gonna come up to Miguel and say, "You have to win this. You can do this." And Miguel's like, "No, it's your time now, Robbie."
Do you know what I think they should do? That I was considering making a video about, because I think this is interesting that this hasn't been announced yet. I know
Yeah.
Cobra Kai since Cobra Kai doesn't spend a lot of money on special effects, right? Because they're not like Stranger Things where they have to do like crazy like CGI and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what they should use their budget for?
Mm.
They should spend that money on getting big actors who are martial art actors to be the new senseis for Kim and Kreese's dojo.
Yes.
So like in season 5, we had Tyrone Woodley and Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, who are UFC fighters. So who else can we grab that can actually become real senseis that would give Johnny and Daniel a hard time? There's a couple people that and especially since they already have the rights to Jackie Chan already, now the sky's really the limit because they have other characters they can use since they're doing that Jackie Chan movie. I already know I already know what actors I would get that would make the most sense.
Who?
I would, if they would be up for it, I'd love it to be Scott Adkins and Michael Jai White, because I'd love to see Johnny fight Scott Adkins. That would be my dream fight of anything. Like, dude, if we got Johnny versus Scott Adkins, I think I would probably get banned on YouTube for screaming over like how crazy oh.
Yo, if that happens, I can just imagine us doing the watch party and they're just screaming like crazy.
You guys, like you and Jake and Edits were talking about that. Everyone can't wait to watch my reaction to the Kreese vs. Silver fight. If we got Scott Adkins in the final season of Cobra Kai, I'm sorry, but I would not care about the Silver and Kreese fight. I'd care about Johnny versus Scott Adkins, because I'd be like, oh my god, Johnny, because it's perfect for those two. It's perfect for those two to fight because William Zabka is 58 years old. Scott Adkins is in his late 40s. And both of them are extremely skilled martial artists with high kicks. So both of them doing their kicks would be incredible. Yeah.
So Johnny's like comes up and like, who's this guy? He's like, and then the guy's like, and then he's like, I heard about you. I heard you're the Johnny Lawrence guy that I've been hearing about in the entire valley. And then Johnny's like, yeah, that's me, bro.
You know what I would love it to be? I'd love it to be like, because Johnny is a big fan of like old 80s action movies. It'd be funny if he recognized him as an actual movie star. Like, I know you. And he just kicks him in the face and just like, he's like, oh, I seen you as Boyka. He's like, who are you? I'm Boyka, the most complete fighter in the world. And then Johnny's like, we'll see about that. You know what was originally rumored? Did you hear who was originally going to play Kreese before they got Martin Kove to play Kreese?
Who?
Did you know originally they were considering Kreese being played by Chuck Norris back in the day when they did the original Karate Kid movies?
Are you serious?
So something I thought about as a theory that I've been working on for a while. So with them telling the backstory of characters, right? As cool as it would be for a reveal to have a character already on the show that is his actual father, what if we meet Johnny's actual father in season 6? And what if his father ends up just being, because Johnny's so awesome, right? You heard the Chuck Norris meme about how awesome Chuck Norris is?
Yeah.
What if the reason that Johnny's dad wasn't in his life is that he was so awesome being awesome and other things, like doing movies and other things? So Johnny just had to walk his own path because his dad was just awesome Chuck Norris. That'd be so good. Just like, oh my God, Chuck Norris wasn't around because he was busy shooting movies. It's like, oh, this is my son. Imagine Johnny being related to Chuck Norris. How crazy that would be. Oh my God. That'd be so cool. Like, I don't know. I just think like, it'd be so cool. Like, you remember in season 4 where they went to the drive-in and they were watching Jean-Claude Van Damme's Bloodsport movie in the drive-in?
Yeah.
to see real martial artists. Like now that they had Carrie Underwood on here in season 4, real celebrity star power in the final season would be incredible. Like I never thought they'd have UFC fighters playing senseis. Like when Johnny cut off Tyrone Woodley's hand, I was like, or like when Kenny side kicked him in the face when they were training, I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
You know what's crazy, Joe?
Sensei.
One of those guys, I don't know which sensei it was. I don't know if it was the guy with the eye patch or the other guy.
Oh, I like that
Bro,
guy. That guy's cool.
I think whoever it was, he's probably the best fighter of the whole
You
side
know,
sensei.
the guy that was the best fighter was that blonde sensei that
He literally got
fought
Johnny
Chosen. That dude was crazy.
You know that guy who beat up Johnny? He literally got him right there. Like he was about to kill Johnny.
You want to know something funny about that guy? There's a funny backstory about him that I don't know if you know.
Mm.
You ever seen the Disney Plus show Kicking It?
I think I've seen some scenes. Why?
He was one of the stunt doubles on that show. Like he was one of the actual, like, as an adult, I think he might have been one of the kids on the show. Let me see if I can look up his background. Because I've been watching that when Cobra Kai season 5 was coming out. I started watching that show because people have been saying they wanted them to cast the lead kid from that show to be the main villain, to be Miguel's rival, because that kid is so like skilled as a martial artist. I can't remember what his name is. Let me see. Let's go. Cobra Kai blonde sensei actor. What are you doing now, honey? Just resting? Trying to look this up real quick, guys. All right. You went silent over there, Chosen.
Yes, sir. I was just looking at my phone.
You find anything good over there?
No. Man, Robbie, I'm gonna be honest. Hawk basically got his revenge on Robbie, Joe. You wanna know how?
How?
Well,
Revenge.
I think, Robbie cut off his mohawk, and then in the finale, Hawk beats Robbie in the finale of season 4. So he basically got his revenge.
Yeah, it makes sense he finally did.
Honestly, I don't blame Hawk, bro. That's the one time. I'm gonna be honest. This is the one time where I didn't like Robbie, bro. When he cut off his mohawk. That's the one time he pissed me off. And Robbie, I don't know why Robbie thinks he's so involved with the whole Hawk thing. He wasn't even there that much, so.
Yeah, that's true.
And I mean, I didn't like Tori either. Like Tori's like, it's funny. You know why? Because Tori's like, oh Hawk, I'm gonna get my revenge on you. How come you didn't get your revenge on Miguel? He also betrayed Cobra Kai. How come you didn't get revenge on him either? I know you should still care about him, but still.
That is pretty interesting. What have I never heard of this guy? Oh, apparently I didn't know this. Did you know that the Ralph Macchio's
Huh?
Ralph Macchio had a pretty interesting stunt double. So the reason we don't see him train a lot of his fights, I guess Ralph has actually been had a stunt double for a lot of his scenes. Because in season 5, I'm looking at the IMDb page, and it says that I found a guy that looks similar to Ralph Macchio that they've been using as his stunt double. But you know what's really interesting that I noticed that's kind of funny? There isn't a stunt double for Johnny that I can see.
Well, there was a stunt double. I can tell by scenes. I think I saw a stunt double for Johnny one time. I don't know what season it was. I think it was season 4 or 5.
They must have changed that because when I looked at season 5, there's no There's no
Maybe
stunt
season 4
double.
because I can really recognize there was something. Johnny
That's
definitely had a
right.
son.
I remember what happened in season 4. In season 3 and 4 they fired a bunch of people. Remember they had the stunt team and they fired that one stunt team. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I wonder if because once William Zabka got really good at the stunts again, as we've seen from the training for the new season, I wonder if he started
I don't think there's gonna be any stunts for him anymore because he probably got better.
yeah, I'm guessing because he got better, they fired the stunt double because they didn't need him anymore.
Ooh, interesting, Joe. Apparently, Doctor Strange and the Fantastic Four are not gonna appear in Avengers 5.
Interesting.
That's what I'm hearing.
Where did that report come from?
I don't know. It's just rumors. I don't know if it's confirmed yet, but I understand Fantastic Four, but why not Doctor Strange? Like, you need him in this one.
That's weird. So they changed their plan about the idea that they needed Doctor Strange 3 to come out before Avengers 5?
You know what? It kind of makes me think. If Doctor Doom was the villain for both Avengers movie, maybe he wins, and then maybe in the part 2, you need Doctor Strange, right? So, and you need the Fantastic Four. Maybe that's how they're gonna do it.
You think they'll do it that way?
Yeah, maybe Doctor Doom wins, and then they bring in the Doctor Strange, Fantastic Four, and they tell them that Doctor Doom is here as a threat.
That
It's
would be
similar like
interesting.
Thanos, right? It's similar like Thanos. Like, he won, and then Endgame, yeah, Endgame.
I wonder how they would do that. I wonder what their purposes of that would be.
Man, I kind of want Doctor Doom to win, though. I kind of want him to win.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of things that people want to see him win at, so I would not be surprised.
And also, I don't know if you noticed, but Moose, I think his name is Moose, is set to be the villain for Daredevil. I think that's his name. Moose. I don't
His
know.
name is Muse.
Muse. I can't even say his name right.
Yeah, I'm working on a big video about him where it's going to be. So he's basically a villain from the old Daredevil comics. And the reason they call him Muse, you know, an artist, right? An artist, when they do a painting, they have a muse, right? Something that drives them to do what they're doing. Muse is one of the. So they're saying, you know, with the new Marvel Spotlight brand, that Daredevil Born Again, I think it was Vincent D'Onofrio said it. Daredevil Born Again is going to be under the same banner that Echo is. So they're saying it's going to be under that same brutality and rated R violence.
You know what would be a good what if episode from season 3? What if Quicksilver survived the battle of, I don't know what the battle was, but
I heard they scrapped a Spider-Man episode. Which
we need that episode though. I want that Quicksilver episode. I kind of want that now.
I'd like a Quicksilver episode
Because I want to know because I want to be honest, Joe. Is Quicksilver the one from Age of Ultron?
Yeah,
They ruined his character, bro. I'm sorry. They completely wasted him.
you're not wrong. They definitely did.
What if Iron Man got the Venom symbiote?
That'd be crazy.
Yo, that would actually be crazy though.
See,
What
we're
if
just
Thor
looking at
fought
different
the
what if ones.
Avengers? Ooh. What if Iron Man survived the snap?
I mean, he fought. He fought one guy.
What if Bucky became Captain America?
He did in the comics.
What if Thor become a villain? That's interesting.
I was curious about that one. I thought they were going to do that in Loki season 2 or even Loki season 1, but they never did.
What if Red Guardian and the Winter Soldier team up? Ooh. What if Peter Parker becomes Moon Knight?
I mean,
Yeah, those episodes, are actual titles they're
Red
doing.
Guardian and Winter Soldier are going to team up together in Thunderbolt. So
You know what?
teaming,
I think it might be a what if episode. Now you said that, Jake.
Yeah, there's 2 different what if episodes. There's one that's confirmed. The first one of the new season will be what if Red Guardian and Winter Soldier team up.
well, that's actually going to happen though in Thunderbolts, isn't it?
Yeah, but you're gonna get the animated show first. I think season 3 will probably come out before that does. Because they did a teaser where they released at the end of What If season 2, they showed a teaser for What If season 3, and the first episode footage you see is that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Ooh, apparently, Joe, apparently
Okay.
the final battle of Brave New World is rumored to take place in the White House.
Oh wow.
That'll be interesting. I heard that's going to be between Harrison Ford and Anthony Mackie, so that'll be interesting.
Ooh, Joe, what if? Imagine if the Beyonder is said to be the villain for Avengers: Secret War, and they're excused to recast
Ooh.
Kang.
Yeah, that's what they were trying to do. They said they were building up,
If
trying
they
to
do
get the
that, I'll
Beyonder.
be fine with that. Actually, if they do that, maybe he's the one behind the whole Kang variants. Maybe that's what they're gonna go with. You know what?
I would
I
like that actually.
No, this is not confirmed, by the way. This is just rumors, but
Cause
if that's
that,
the
cause
case,
that, cause that would actually make sense. Cause that way, that would say that he was behind all the Kane variants.
yeah.
So yeah, I think that would make the most sense.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably what they're gonna do. Is that we know they were trying to get a new actor, and they seem pretty interesting. That one guy from Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's conversations about this guy from Fear the Walking Dead being the new Kang.
Yo, Joe, apparently someone wants, you know what someone wants, Joe? Someone
What
wants an
someone want?
Avengers versus X-Men film.
Well, yeah, Marvel themselves wants that. They talked about wanting that for a while.
Oh, by the way, I heard rumors that Toby Spider-Man is potentially gonna appear in Deadpool 3. I heard rumors of that.
Mm.
I'm not surprised. I heard that could be even an end credit scene setting up the next movie.
What if he plays a bigger role though? That'll be interesting actually if he played a bigger role.
It could play a bigger role. I did hear that they confirmed officially that Deadpool 3 is going to be what No Way Home was for Sony movies. They're making that Deadpool 3 is confirmed to be the Sony version of not Sony, the Fox version of of so Deadpool 3 is going to be the Fox version of No Way Home basically. So with every Fox character they can possibly get, they're going to have as many as they could possibly have in there.
I heard rumors, Joe. I heard rumors. This is not confirmed, by the way, guys. I heard rumors that Punisher might appear in Spider-Man 4. I heard rumors about that.
Well, you know what people are saying right now? They want the guy that did the Netflix Daredevil show, Drew Goddard, to direct Spider-Man 4. Because I don't know if he was supposed to say this, but there's big talk right now that so if you've been watching the Echo interviews, Chosen,
No.
Vincent D'Onofrio and the producer of all Marvel Disney Plus shows dropped three really big things after the announcement that Daredevil is canon.
Oh, really?
Number one, they mentioned that Vincent D'Onofrio mentions that the only people that can bring him down are Spider-Man and Daredevil teaming up.
Yeah.
And then Kingpin also says about Kingpin that he states that when he was asked in an interview who he wants to fight from the street level Marvel characters, he says he wants to fight all of them, not just Spider-Man, not just Daredevil, Hawkeye, anyone that he gets to take a crack at, he wants. And then he also mentioned that the showrunner for Echo and for all the Marvel shows in general stated that Kingpin is the street level Thanos of the MCU.
Yeah, that gets me excited.
Yeah, so they've literally said that he's gonna fight everyone and be a problem for everyone. I like that, when they did Daredevil Born Again. Now, I like that Daredevil Born Again is gonna, even though I love that Kingpin's gonna be in Born Again, I love that Kingpin's not the main villain of Born Again because we're gonna have so much Kingpin all over Spider-Man 4 and all these other projects. It's nice that we're gonna get a new main villain for Daredevil to face off against. I
Which
think Kingpin will still be prominent, but I love that Marvel's going to do Muse because Muse is really, really dark, interesting character.
you know, bro, I still can't get over that fight though. The whole city rejected you. I beat you.
I still love the I beat you.
Bro, that scene, bro, that fight between Daredevil and Kingpin, bro, I can't.
And the fact that Bullseye's there too is great.
Bro, that caught me off guard a little bit. I was like, bro, wait, what?
It's so good. We're probably gonna wrap this in a couple minutes. I gotta finish one more video, and then I'm gonna watch some Daredevil tonight before getting ready for work tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for coming in, guys. Catch you guys tomorrow. Have a great
Alright.
day.
I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.